Implementing a technology solution is a big and important step for every business, and especially because of the current situation with the pandemic, it appeared to be a crucial step for small and medium businesses on their way to digitalization. Hi everybody, my name is Marieta and I'm the co-founder of Consulthon.com. Consulthon is a platform where you can share your business challenges, receive expert advice from consultants, and solve your issues in an efficient way at a fraction of the price. Today I have Georgi with me from the Future Factory, and we'll discuss why implementing a technology solution is a crucial step, and what are the tips and tricks that he suggests to owners and the business people to think about before implementing any solution. Hi, Georgi.
Hi, Marietta. Thanks for having me.
So first, to start with, how did you decide to join Consulthon?
I decided to join Consulthon because Consulthon is a very interesting platform which pretty much is focused of creating this medium between small and medium enterprises and management consultants, which usually work for big corporations, and then focusing exactly on this gap of can the SMEs get high quality advice on a very competitive prices, and helping them tackle their challenges and achieve their goals. So all this was very interesting for me. And second, the variety of challenges, the variety of clients on the platform, they look very interesting as well. And solving problems and tackling challenges is what I enjoy within different industries. So that's why I decided to join Consulthon.
And what is the right and best approach to undertake when you start a technology project? If you are a small and medium company.
Sure. I think first and foremost, technology projects are quite complex undertakings, and everyone needs to bear this in mind, even when thinking about it. And the most important thing for me, or the best approach, and first and foremost, to have the framework right. So what kind of challenges you have, why you believe you can solve it with technology, do you know what kind of technology you can use, and what will be the end benefit for your company, your customers as well. So pretty much having a very solid understanding of what you need. And the second bit of it is like how you want to go about it. Do you want to do it in-house? Do you want to do external outsourcer? Do you want to work with technology partner as well? So you be clear about those two things. What exactly you need, why you need it, and the way to get it.
But you know that because this is the nature of the platform, so you can do advice for 1 hour, and then it can continue like in a project for one day, for example, or 1 week. Do you, and you know that some business people and managers, general managers, they have their doubts. Okay, what actually can you do for me for 1 hour, for example? Well, if you face such a person, what can you do for 1 hour for him or her?
Yes, 1 hour clearly is a very limited time. So I'll divide this hour on two parts. The first part, I'll try to understand as much as possible about the problem they have and the challenges they have. And second, on a very high level, we can both brainstorm some potential solutions, but this should be on a very high level as well, because within an hour is not a lot. So I might be able to provide a guideline. That's the problem. That's eventually a potential solution, and that should be more than enough for an hour.
A guideline. And then if they say, okay, let's work for 1 day, how would you? What will be the outcome for 1 day?
If they decide to work for 1 day, the way we approach that is we create a workshop. So we do 2 to 3 hours workshop to get a much bigger understanding of, more in-depth understanding of the challenge or the issue they face, and then maybe the other half of the day is working in-house, brainstorming about possible solutions and having a bit firmer view of the way they can go about choosing the right technology solution or creating the right technology solution, because the two different streams of how you can undertake a technology project.
And if we move into 1 week project?
That's a very good one. So again, we start with workshops. This time will be a series of workshops, probably 2-3 workshops, not just with the senior management, but maybe with the people who kind of actually day-to-day face this challenging from operational point of view. Once we have down the business challenges clearly, we'll brainstorm about the technology requirements which will solve these business challenges and potential solutions as well. So by the end of the week, definitely we'll have a roadmap mapping business requirements to technology requirements and potential solutions as well. In fact, we do offer a Future Factory Global a special package, mostly focused on startups, concept startups. So for 2 weeks, we go there, we work with their founding team very closely, and by the end of it, we produce a full technological documentation, how they can create the solution, the architecture of it, the necessary technology stack, the time frame, the budget they'll need to do that as well. And this can be done for SME or enterprise as well. It all depends of the complexity of the project and the time which the company has to spare in workshops as well.
So 1 week is actually a really good balance between money spent and outcome, because they will have actually some tangible things that they can.
Yes. I would say that even I have to do this in caveats for small to mid-size.
For small to mid-size, yes.
No, not a huge kind of undertaking. Something.
No. And if they after this 1 hour advisory call, and because after the one hour advisory call, they will have the outcomes and they will have the plan, what are the things that they need to think about and to implement actually, and they decide, okay, do this with us, work with us for one month. We have the budget to work with us for 1 month. So for 1 month, what will be the results?
This is probably the most difficult question, I have to say, because it all depends of the challenge. It all depends of the challenge, because everything we tend to work on development streams, which the 2 weeks. So for 1 month they can have two development streams, and okay. how much we can do. It all depends of the requirement. If it's something small, it can well be done within a month. Let's say revamping a mobile application, creating a web platform or web application. This probably can be done within a month. But if it's something more difficult or complex, with complex backends or API integrations with different services or providers, we will do the fundamentals of it. But yes. It all depends on the project. At the same time, if they need kind of a consulting advice on the right CRM for them, or the right kind of some other systems which they might be bought off the shelf, let's say, and in that case, that's more than enough to get a proper quality advice with full business requirements matching with technological requirements, and advice with the right solution for them. And maybe not to create it, rather to acquire it as well, because very often we have this situation: is it better to create a custom-made solution, or is better to acquire already created one which almost fits the needs?
Yeah, I agree with you. Anyway, we had these discussions about one platform and then about revamping one online shop. So I remember like how what was your advice and the next actions that the companies needed to take into consideration. And from your experience and personal view, what do business managers, business owners need to think before considering implementation or creation of a new technology?
Sure. Great question again. I might repeat a little bit of myself, but first and foremost, they have to be very clear why they want to do that, rather than what they need to do, why they need this new mobile applications, they need this e-retail platform, or they want to do a blockchain solution. They have to be very clear why they want to do that, and they have to be really kind of link this to the business benefits of it, not just because they believe it will gonna optimize the process or will be satisfactory for customers. It should have a solid business footing. Once they clear why and what they want to do, they really need to look the best way for them to do it as well. Because as I just mentioned, is it to create a new solution? If they're going to create new solution, is this going to be created in-house from their own team? Is it going to be outsourced to from a third party as well? Is it going to be done in cooperation with technology partner? Or this is not viable because of the budget constraints or time constraints, and it might be more suitable to acquire already existing product on the market, and in that case working with technological consultants to advise which would be the best product to acquire for their specific needs as well. So yeah, pretty much to know why and what they want to do and the best way to do it for them. That's crucial.
Why they are doing it and what is the economic perspective of the whole exercise. Again, like out of your experience, what are the biggest or what is the biggest mistake non-tech executives make when undertaking a tech project? So anyway, they have this idea, but they have zero tech awareness. What are the mistakes that they do often?
I think the biggest mistake non-tech people have or do is like they have an illusion somehow that technology projects and specifically software development projects are straightforward and easy projects, which I think is very dangerous in a way. Let alone it's not true, it's very dangerous. So I think non-tech people should really work very closely with technical people, being in-house or external, depending on the situation, in order to understand the complexity of a software development project or software development solution, and then to base their decision making on that, rather than their perception of what this could be done, how easy, how difficult, how cheap or expensive this can be done as well. So proper understanding and expertise advice are mega important, and often we see a very senior executives with extensive business experiences, very successful ones, having this I don't know what to say, this view and attitude as well, that once they've done very well in business, they understand technology as well, and they can take decisions easy, rapidly, let's say, without thinking a lot about consequences. That's very that's not great way to start the projects.
And anyway, everybody needs to listen to them, so then it's like a vicious circle. When they don't want to listen, everybody they want to push their opinion, but they don't understand the tech.
Yes, yeah, I can agree, but I would definitely advise any non-tech executive just to work collaboratively together. That's why I kind of speak so much about technological partnership. Work with the good technological consultants, and together we'll create the right solution, which will fit the business requirements, will fit the time frame and the budget, hopefully as well, and get the right outcome. So together we're much stronger. There is no one is better than the other. uh, One brings the business knowledge, the industry knowledge, which is absolutely crucial, and the other brings the technology expertise and the way of doing it. So, and when both combine, we call it as BizTech, and we create the right solution, satisfy the business problems, and everyone's happy.
Nice. And now, because you said about the technology consultant, according to your opinion, can a small and medium company implement a technology without the help of a technology consultant, also known as solutions architect?
It very much depends of the situation. It's like how big the company is and does it have enough expertise in house. If they have enough expertise in house with a big IT or technology team or CTO, maybe they might be able to do something internally. And it depends of they want to create a solution or they want to acquire already kind of a created solution as well. However, if they don't have this capacity in house, or there is some more kind of a different expertise is required because there is an innovative solution which they wanna create specifically if they wanna create something custom made. That's absolutely mandatory to use external advice, being solution architect or being a senior technological consultant. It is for the best for their project as well as kind of from a time and budget points of view as well works the best to get the right advice.
Anyway, I know your opinion that it's really best to invest like some time with a technology consultant or also known as solutions architect, at least in the beginning, and after that you can continue in-house, but at least you have like the first steps will be the right ones. And the first actions. You touched base on the partnerships, but I will ask you again, what type of expertise and partnerships are required in order to successfully complete a technology project? Because it's not only technology. You might have really great IT team, but what else do you need in this recipe?
Sure. So I think that there are really two ways to go about it. First and foremost, if the company and the executives are really clear and certain what they need, down to the very small requirements, then they can use a third party as an outsource provider of the project. So and this should work relatively well. But this is only an advice where they're very certain of what they need, and they have someone in-house, let's say a project manager who can liaise and product manager, I would say as well, and oversee the project as well, that what's being delivered is being the right thing. Because the biggest difficulties came when people go to the outsourced option. They always go because of the price, most about it, and second because of hassle. They don't want to get the hassle. But at the same time, if they're not clear what they want the third party to produce for them, it starts having one kind of a feedback loops after another, and iteration after iteration. The budget balloons, the time kind of balloons as well, and the outcome is very, very unclear. So if you make a certain what you want and have some in-house expertise to monitor the outcome of it, you can go with outsourcing provider. However, if you're not quite sure of what you want, you require kind of a business requirements gathering, maybe use cases to be done, somebody to work cooperatively, hand by hand with you throughout the whole process through iterative stages. Is like maybe a lot of mock-ups, maybe different frameworks, maybe doing different, maybe midway through we change completely the framework we use for something because specifically use case came and customer is keen to work on it. In that case, particularly, I would definitely advise to work with technology partner. When the difference between the outsourcer and technology partner is that the technology partner have a bigger exposure to your business, have different variety of specialists who can really integrate within your in-house team or work very much kind of a cross-functionally, which is very important, most about kind of a business analysts, project managers, and product managers as well. And together, they can create the solutions with you. They can liaise this kind of a senior executive technology development bridge, I would say as well, because a proper outsourcer, they don't do that. Give them requirements back, they will produce you what's required from them. But they wouldn't think about what's the right solution, why is this the right solution for you. They wouldn't advise you within in this way. So if there is some level of uncertainty and clarity or innovation, I would very strongly advise to use technological partner.
Technological partner, and this is like technological partner can be can provide you with a solutions architect or also like tech consultant, basically. Because from all my conversations till now, I feel, and anyway, small and medium business owners, they share, oh, we really need a good project manager. But actually, it's not the project manager. The project manager is after you have everything set in the very beginning. So So the first specialist, if I can summarize, because I had my next question was about this, but if I can summarize, actually, according to you, the best specialist that you need in the very beginning when developing a technology or revamping your technology is actually a tech partner. Tech partner, that will be tech consultant, also known as solutions architect. Am I right?
Yes, you're
Yes.
right.
Good. Okay. If I can, if you can somehow, like, because you shared a lot of valuable information, but what if you can summarize what are the do's and don'ts when undertaking a technology project? So you are a senior executive or general manager, and what are the things that you need to do, if you can summarize as a to-do list and don't-do list?
Yes, okay. So first and foremost, have absolute clarity as much as possible uh, what you need and why you need it. And with clarity, business fundamentals underpinning it. And second, have a buy-in as well. Because let's say if you're a CTO within a company, but obviously it's got a CEO, COO, CMO and stuff, try to get everyone on board with and create this shared vision. It's like company X needs solution Y, and we clear as an executive team, get the buy-in from them and understanding. I think this is absolutely clear because we've all been in situations where the CTO wants one, the CMO something else, the CEO has a different vision, and it's very difficult to crave something holistic out of different visions as well. So that's the first and foremost. And second, I would say is like have in mind the right way to go about it. Hopefully, if the person has some experience with technology projects before, even no like full participation, but maybe observing or taking some part of it, no leading it necessarily, have an idea which way want to take it, kind of an in-house outsourcing partner, technology partner, and which would work well for the time, the budget, and the outcome required as well. So I think this is the two things which are absolutely throughout the whole interview kind of come up again and again. But once clarity is on the table, the approach is confirmed, then everything else is mechanics, is details. We can do it, no problem. But we'll kind of solve this decision-making conundrum. Is it best to do that way? Is it best to create this solution and stuff like this? Because this creates a lot of uncertainty, takes time, costs money, consultants money specifically as well. So I think yeah, that's
And the don'ts, if like definitely don't do this.
yeah, it's kind of putting don't first and foremost, don't assume this is an easy thing. Don't assume. Always think that this is a complex undertaking. Whatever small or big software projects is a complex undertaking which can go wrong very easily if it's not kind of a starter track, especially. Second is don't underestimate the time and resources necessary as well. I wouldn't suggest anyone to go for the cheapest solution. I would not advocate the most expensive either,
Yeah.
but be realistic. And in order to be realistic, you need external advice, is my view as well, to advise you. That's the best solution. Together, evaluating the time and effort which will take. And that's another kind of a big benefit of using a technological consultant as well, because with people done kind of a tens and tens, if not hundreds of technological projects, they can create you a guideline, even if you decide just to do the documentation with them and kind of development with somebody else. They'll create you the guideline and create the framework which will guide you with whoever you work after this, with the right amount of time, right amount of expertise you need, roughly right amount of budget you need. Again, depends of partners very much so, but it's very valuable as well. You'll be guided by this
Yeah.
as well. So and yeah, don't underestimate. Uh, don't think it's easy. Don't think it's quick. And please, never think you can get it quicker, cheaper, and better. That's the free things which everyone wants. You can get any two of them. you can never get the free of them.
Yeah, this is the triangle: cost, quality, and what was it? Cost, quality, and time. Is it cost, quality, and time? Yeah, I agree with you on that. Okay, and my last question is, if you can give one advice to a small and medium business, when, for example, the general manager or the owner of this business sees some things or hears something, he will have this kind of aha moment, and he will know, okay, we need a technology consultant. So they have some discussion, for example, in the office, and some ideas and all these kind of things, but he sees something, and it might be some confusion or something, or he hears some sentences, some words. So what are these things that he can observe, and he will know, okay, let's stop here, let's find a technology consultant, and let's think after that.
I think that's a very good question again, Mariette. It's very much comes to awareness. I wouldn't call it an aha moment. It comes to an awareness that what a company is going to undertake is fairly complex, specifically if they don't have expertise in it or haven't done it before as well. So I think that's exactly the moment, and it's like when we have this, let's say, board meeting, and the CEO, kind of a CTO, says, guys, I really want us to do that because I think it will be very beneficial for the company and our customers, let's say, or elevate our product. Then they need to evaluate at that very point, do they have the expertise to do it? What's the best way to go forward? And very naturally, a reasonable way to go forward is to seek a consultancy, just for a even limited amount of time. I don't really advocate a big consultancy engagement and assignments, because
Yeah,
what a lot of people, when they hear consultant, they believe of their voice,
millions, a lot of money. Yes.
which are completely different ball games. We're talking here about kind of a single consultants, or using platforms like Consulthon, especially when kind of a people with the right expertise can come in for a relatively short amount of time, have a significant impact, and facilitate the coming from one stage to another stage as well. And then the development of it, we'll see how it's going to be best done as well. But I think it's awareness, and I would advise senior executives to be rather cautious when they take decisions about technology development. And for me, it's much better, it's much cheaper to look even for a limited technology advice before a decision is being made. It can't hurt, it can only help.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Thank you, Georgi. And to sum up, Georgi from the Future Factory, together with more than 600 consultants on the platform, can help you solve your business challenges. After informal chat today, I believe we made it at least an inch clearer what you need to do when you start a technology project, or think about implementing a new technology, revamping your technology. And last but not least, I will remind you, and this is something also that Georgi used at the end of his answer, is that knowledge is the only resource that the more you use, the more you have. So it won't hurt you, just use the knowledge of people that have done that and been there. Thank you all.
Thanks, Marietta. It's been a pleasure.